Nice. Yo. Went down way too fast. Okay, whatever. Real fast before the video. I mean, ignore this stupid getup. I'm just messing around. The Kanye virus has made it so that we cannot go back to school until May. So that's another month. Because today is March 26th. So now, oh well. Okay, yeah. Welcome to Seth's Guide to Becoming Pit Leader. Basically, I'm just going to talk about like what I think will help you raise your odds to becoming Pit Leader, right? What should help you. Today's 4 topics are what to do to make yourself look like you'd be a good Pit Leader, aka how are you going to impress people, who should you be aiming to impress the most, what do I think that I did well that earned me my spot, and finally, how important each year is for becoming Pit Leader. Okay, first, how do you want to act if you want to become Pit Leader? Well, I mean, okay, a great start would be practicing after school, because, spoiler alert, number 1 person you want to impress is probably Mr. Henry. Because, like, he has like, probably the largest say, you know, like, who to appoint, right? I'll get to that, like, who's most important later, but, like, he's, spoiler alert, yeah, he's top. So, I mean, at the very least, if you practice after school every day, he'll see that, and he'll notice that you have a good work ethic for stuff. That's good. Just show up on time, even, like, some people, like, if you can't show up on time, you're not gonna be a good leader, right? Like, if that shows you're not reliable, which means, like, you have a bad work ethic, or you're just, not reliable. So, that's not what a good leader is made of. Okay, like, don't act like you're invested in marching band if you're really not. If you're not invested in marching band, like, don't bother trying to be pit leader. I mean, I guess you can, but, like, you're not gonna be a good pit leader. Right, like, a good leader is actually, like, caring about, like, who they lead and what they do and how they do it. So if you don't really care, you just kind of want the title, then get out. We don't need you here. Wow, okay, I'm being really harsh. Like, dude, okay, if you care, that's good. If you don't care, that's not good, okay? Okay. Another thing I think that helps is offering help whenever you can, because, like, that'll show, like, you know, you're willing to, like, work for others, you're caring, you're, like, selfless even, or, like, just, you're generous, you help out, and that's good. I mean, like, really, just, the main thing, like, and you didn't have to make a list, just show that you care about the thing, and that you're willing to, like, put effort into it. Show that you care, show that you can lead, and that you're not terrible at percussion, and that should be it. I mean, okay, another thing that helps, though, would be, like, if you're helping out Pit Leader, like your sidekick, not sidekick, but yeah, like if you're helping him out, or her out, that's good, that looks really good. And yeah, like, just the biggest thing, like, just don't fake it. The 3 things I said, like, the first one of, like, just show that you care, that's the biggest one. So much, like, this is so much about you if you actually care about what you're doing. You're responsible, you're reliable for this, right? Like, you are invested, you have, like, a thing to work towards, and you know what, like, like, you want something from this. And you've shown that you're going to do stuff so that you get it. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna read off this. It's probably better that you don't fake doing all of the above, but rather actually care and genuinely do the above. If you have to act in a different way than you actually are feeling, and you hate how you're forcing yourself to act differently, then honestly, I don't know how good of a pit leader you would be. Because all of the things I've said are basically just things that a good pit leader would do. So if you don't like having to act like this, either become it or reject it and just stop being pit leader. Because, like I said, that's what a good pit leader does. And if you don't like that, then you're not going to be a good pit leader. Or you're not going to be, like, you're not going to enjoy being a pit leader. Okay, next. Who should you impress the most? Or who should you be trying to impress the most? This should be a list. So the top, very top, obviously, is Mr. Hendy. because like he's just like the guy. He like controls so much and he has to say a lot. So obviously Mr. Handy is like the highest. Second would be, okay, we got like a 3-way tie or something. Pit Tech, current pit leader, and other high-ranking staff members. So the Pit Tech, right? He obviously has a big say in like who goes to what, right? So like he's gonna be like, from last year, I remember this guy or this girl, whatever, acted like they were a leader. Like they took charge when like that guy wasn't here or whatever, right? They know where stuff is. They've shown that they can lead. They showed that they're invested in the marching band. So I think this guy or this girl, whatever, is a good candidate to be pit leader, right? So like obviously like they're number 2. And also students might act differently during marching band versus like during fast, which is when Mr. Henry would see you. So if you act differently, then like Mr. Pit Tech and Mr. Pit Leader can see that, and then they'll know how you really are in marching band. So then they can use that knowledge. Because Mr. Henry might not know how you act in marching band, because he might be busy at the field while you're in the pit in the band room, 24/7. Yeah. So Pit Tech is obviously really like he's also important, and you're gonna want to impress him during rehearsals mostly and performances, I guess. But like before performance, after performance, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. Part 2 of number 2 is the current pit leader, because okay, I had a pretty big say this year's winter percussion show on who gets what. Like I was like, all right, I think this guy should go here, this guy should go here, this guy should go here, and pretty sure like 90% of the things I said was what we went with, if not higher. And they have not asked me on like my opinion on who should be pit leader next year. Actually thinking about it, they don't have a reason to. They might just not care. Like, here's the thing, I'm making this video on pit, like, or this series on pit as if it's like super complicated and like super important, but like really I'm just saying pit is not that important. So don't thinking that like this is super important, like pit leader is such a valuable role. No, it's just no one else is making a video series on what they're doing, so here I am. Yeah, so I haven't been talked to yet about who I think should be pit leader next year. I forget. I'm pretty sure I haven't. If I do, or do not, I'll update that in the description below, and you can go check it out. It'll be like the second thing and first, I don't know, whatever. It'll be somewhere. It'll be like clear, right? I'll have like 8 spaces, like 8 enters, and like 8 like line, yes, no, huge gap, huge gap. It's gonna be there, okay? When I figure it out, or whenever it happens. Like if they talk to me, immediately after school or whenever I can, I'll just go straight to the computer and be like, yes, or no. And third is a high-ranking staff. So like, Andy does meet up a lot with the staff, and like he does like discuss a lot of things with them, and they do have a good say in like his decisions, right? So if you can, I'm not sure. Like here's the thing: you're not going to have that much time to interact with any of the staff that much, besides Pit Tech and maybe Mr. Hendy. It should mostly just be Pit Tech. So yeah, and Battery Tech, I guess too, because everyone else is up on the field all the time. So yeah, like if you can, I guess, sure, why not? But otherwise, it's just like okay, they're gonna do their own thing. And honestly, like they might just not care, because like I said, pit leader is like the craziest role ever, and some of them might just not care about the pit. Not in that way, but like they're like, okay, like I don't have any opinion because I don't know any of these kids, and I don't really care because I'm focused on this section or this section, not the pit. So I have nothing, right? That's what I mean. Yeah. So okay, so first is Hendy, then we have Pit Tech, current pit leader, and the high-ranking staff. Third is the other percussion techs. Obviously, like, you know, Pit Tech's the most important percussion tech because it's pit. But, like, when you're, like, going to, like, have to ask Battery Tech a question on, like, hey, when are we going to full ensemble? Or do you want pit members to help, like, fold up the mat and, like, wherever, because the mat's stupid. Then yeah, in those scenarios, I can see like, okay, who has good leadership skills, or like who's direct, who would be a good pit leader. So they might have a say in who should be the next pit leader. You know, like they might just be sitting there like that circle or whatever with Mr. Henry talking like, okay, who should be pit leader, right? That might not happen. Like, they are gonna have a whole meeting just for pit leader. we aren't that special. If that did happen, it's not like they'd be like, okay, this needs to be this guy, it needs to be this guy. They won't. The battery tech or percussion tech isn't gonna really do that. It's just gonna be like, if they feel like this guy might be good, or girl, whatever. If they see this guy as like a possible good candidate from what they've seen, they might be like, okay, yeah, I think that guy might be good. You know? Yeah. Then honestly, fourth is just like the percussion section as a whole. Not even just Pit. I mean, Pit obviously like they're more important. You want to impress them more, but like percussion in general, because like percussionists talk to percussionists. Yeah, section people. Okay, people talk to their own sections, and right now, battery and Pit is still kind of like just percussion. I mean, like it is separate, but like it's not like we're saying ew battery when like Martin's band season's like 3 months over. Like it's not like that. So I'm thankful. Yeah. Here's the thing. Like if Mr. Hendy or whoever hears like kids talking about you, and they're like, oh yeah, I think this guy would be a good pit leader, then that idea might go into Hendy's mind, or at least like you'll show that you'll show what the kid you'll show what the people think, like the people, like democracy, right, or whatever. Like you'll show what the students think, right? You'll show what the students think. Okay, cut all that out. I'm gonna do the good one here. You'll show what the students think, right? And then Henny will be like, okay, so this is what they think, and he'll take that into consideration when he's making the decision. And then, like, the bottom would be, like, the rest of the band and the rest of the staff. Because, like I said before, like, the high-ranking staff might just not even care. The low-ranking staff, like, has an even higher chance of just not caring, right? So, yeah. And then the band, same idea, like, they might just not care. But, like, you know, the more information, the better for making these kind of decisions. So, what do I think I did well that earned me my spot? Well, I mean, okay. A good thing would be being in general leadership, or being a go-to, or whatever it's called. Because, like, I mean, that just shows, like, you're invested, or, like, you have some desire to be, like, important. You want to be someone valuable to the marching band, at the very least, if you're in there, it's like, okay, like, that guy, yeah. You don't have to be, but, like, it would help. Obviously, like, the highest thing would just be showing that you're dedicated, so, like, obviously, practice time would help with that, and just, like, you know, if you ditch, with, like, if, like, you know, show day, right, and, like, we're all done, yay, great show, guys, that was terrible, oh, okay, whatever, you know the truck, right, and, like, it's, like, 11 o'clock, and, like, you still have to drive back, right? If you ditch, if you don't, like, show back up at the school, like, you're just, like, lazy. You're like, okay, mom, you just go home. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah. If you do that, yeah, like, if you just ditch, no. That's not good. Show that you're dedicated and that you're going to, like, yeah, just be dedicated as a leader. If you ditch bus, or if you ditch unloading the truck, that's bad. If you ditch anything, it's like, if you ditch rehearsals a lot, then yeah, like 1 or 2 a month. No, not even like a month. Like every 2 months, like 1 or 2 every 2 months. Like sure, that's fine. But like if it's like 1 a week, that's terrible. 1 every 2 weeks, that's still pretty bad. But like 1 a month is like it's like slightly irritating, and that does go against you, right? So if you can, try to have like the best attendance possible. So yeah, I showed that I was dedicated. I helped out with the trucks a lot. You should have seen me. I was going yeah, I was out there, I think. Maybe that was junior year. I don't know. I showed I was dedicated, right? And I showed leadership. And also, I wasn't super, like, crazy talkative freshman year either, so that helped. If you're super talkative, that's not helping. If you're more reserved, that's probably better. But even then, like, if you stay reserved up till junior year, that doesn't look that good. Because, like, They want to see that you can like actually like lead people, and if you have stage fright all the time, then it might be pretty hard. So, yeah. Another thing I did, sophomore year primarily, I would be like the runner guy. Like whenever we forget something, I'd run back to the band room, right? I mean, it's better than not doing it. Like, that did help me look good, right? I did practice after school a little bit. It wasn't nearly as crazy as junior or senior year. Junior or senior year is when I stepped it up in terms of practice. But sophomore year, not that much after school. Oh, self-sacrifice, that's a really good thing to do. That's good. That shows that you're dedicated and like you're willing to sacrifice things from yourself to make other people do better. And that's really good. I think I did that a bit. Yeah, obviously physically I was like going crazy, you know, with like loading the trucks. Yeah. Okay. And then the yearly breakdown. Which years do I think are important, and what do I think you should do each year? Obviously, like the two main years are freshman and sophomore year. Never, unless you have. Okay, I'm talking about being a freshman pit leader. First off, you have to know Mr. Henry before high school. Okay, like this is just like theoretically. You'd have to know him before high school. There'd have to be no juniors or seniors or sophomores that are better than you at percussion or leading. You have to have head experience in drum corps. Like you'd have to be like pit leader in drum corps or something crazy. You know, you'd have to have all that experience and be mature as a freshman and show that you are mature just so you be able to be pit leader. Like, there's no way that there should never be a freshman pit leader. Okay, it'd be insane. The only way that there would be a freshman pit leader is like if they hella earned it. Like there's no other way. Like you gotta hella earn it. And it's not just like you're good at like orchestral percussion. No. I'm talking like marching band or drum corps percussion. That's the only way you can make it. Sophomore isn't as extreme, but like generally it's just gonna be a junior or senior. So freshman and sophomore year are your years to impress the people, right? Freshman year, I feel like it's kind of like your expectations for your freshman year are a bit lower. I'll talk about freshman maybe later after I talk about the years. But yeah, like the expectation of freshmen is lower because I mean obviously like they're new and I'll talk about it later. Their expectations of you are lower. So if you do even moderate, like let's just say this is average, right? This is average for a sophomore or junior, right? This is their expectations of you at freshman year. If you stay at this, like, you see that gap? That's huge. Like, they're gonna be like, yes, that guy, or that girl, or whatever, they have they actually might show some promise already, which is great. So it's kind of like a bonus year, or like a special year. Like, if you show that you're going to do well as a freshman, you're looking good. But I feel like sophomore year is probably going to be the most important year. Because like you know what you're doing now, kinda at least. You have a year of experience. You know, like you're just getting into the swing of things for marching bands. You kind of just start qualifying for pit leader next year. So yeah, this is your chance to make up for mistakes, or like not mistakes, but like messing up in the past. If you make a mistake at something, that's fine. It's a mistake. If you did something like consciously, like okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go skateboarding on the roof. That's terrible. I mean, like, if you say something and, like, you were wrong, like, I need this over here, and it's actually supposed to be over there, it's like, it's not the end of the world, obviously. No, duh. Yeah, so, sophomore year is when students tend to get more chill. Like, freshman year, we're crazy. Everyone's crazy their freshman. Okay? So, yeah. Sophomore year is when you start to tone things down. And that's where, like, more than just crazy is shown out of you. Like, you show, like, who you are more than just, being crazy, right? So, yeah. That was a bit soft, sorry. Me. My opinion, sophomore year is the most important. Junior year. If you're not already pit leader that year, I'm sorry to say this, but odds are, if the current pit leader is a junior, and you're also a junior, there's not like good of a chance of you becoming pit leader next year. I'm sorry. That's just like, why would they switch when they still have a guy that has 1 year of experience now? And I mean, okay, either the pit leader currently, like, okay, I'm a junior, this guy's a junior, right? If that guy messes up terribly as pit leader, like, shows that he's terrible, then you have a good chance. But like, if he's like fine, then I don't know. You'd have to like, okay, if the current pit leader is a senior, then like it's just like a kind of like glorified sophomore year. You know, it's like very important. It's just like you get to show who you are and like show, look, I'm so good at being a leader, and look, I'm so responsible. I'm so into this, right? Yeah, just do that both years. You're going to have to work for it though if you're not pit leader as a junior and current pit leader is also a junior. You're gonna have to work for it. And then I don't think I have to talk about senior year. So we just talked about all 4 parts. We're gonna talk about freshman year now. This just doesn't really have to do with pit leader or anything. It's just like, if you're a freshman, I'm sure you've heard, whether it be from marching band or not marching band or online or whatever, you've heard from somewhere, freshmen are annoying. And the thing is, they're right. Freshmen are just kind of annoying by nature. And we always hate freshmen, and we want them to die every day. No, you're fine. The thing is, it's like, it's really just not your fault if you're annoying as a freshman. Like, there's a reason why stereotypes are stereotypes. Like, it has to come from somewhere, right? The reason why you're annoying is because middle school. Middle school is the thing to blame, okay? People go crazy in there. Like, I remember my middle school years, I was like wild, okay? Absolutely wild. Like, take off the jacket, like hoodie, you know, like swinging at people, or like at friends, not at random people. Like swinging at friends, you know, like have like a sword fight with like hoodies. Do stupid stuff on the soccer fields at Canyon, like climbing up to second level during lunch. Stupid things. And you go into high school straight out of that, and it's such a different like norm, you know, like it's so different. So it's not your fault. Just understand, like, middle school, you can go crazy. Here, people don't really go crazy. And I hate social norms. I hate them with a passion. Bro, I don't use Instagram or TikTok or, oh god, Snapchat. It took me that long. I'm sorry, I don't use those. My best form of social media is Facebook. Great. Yeah, so I hate social norms. But you have to still respect the fact that, like, hey, high school is different than middle school, and like the social norm for middle school is like you can go crazy, but it's not like that in high school. So don't feel bad if you're a freshman and like people are like, ew, stop being so annoying. I mean, like, okay, you might want to stop, and I think you probably should follow their advice, but don't think like everyone hates you. They just hate middle school. It's not, okay, it's not like we hate freshmen, it's like we hate how people come out of middle school. And freshmen just happen to be those people. So, like, that's why. So, when you come right out of middle school and into marching band, we're going to obviously have a lower expectation of you. We're going to think, okay, this guy's going to be crazy. No. We think, like, okay, there's a good chance, like, they're going to be more wild or more energetic or whatever, right? So, yeah. And we don't want you guys to feel like we're hating on you, because, like, that just sucks. No one wants to hate, like, no one wants to feel hated, you know? So we're trying to, like, you know, be like, okay, don't, like, kill the freshmen. Don't, like, make them feel bad. Yeah, so we don't want you to, like, feel bad, but understand. Okay, where am I going with this? So we're trying to hold back from like yeah, like I said, no one wants to be hated. So, okay, here's what happens. Person A, let's just say, random junior hates on freshman. Freshman is not demoralized, they hate everything. This guy loves Marching Band. They hate him, they hate Marching Band. But they don't even have to like Marching Band. It's just like, this guy's from Marching Band, so we hate Marching Band. So now they're not gonna try. So, for morale's sake, we're gonna be like, okay, let's not hate on the freshmen. We also don't want to hate on people in general, but that's just what humans do. And understand that we aren't just trying to like not hate on you because we want you to act better. It's not just that. I mean, that helps, that's nice, but like we also just don't want to be mean, you know? And it's like really hard to like just not be mean or like to convey something like this and not be mean. I'm scared that what I'm saying is like against like what Henry wants, you know? It's like, no, we aren't supposed to tell him this. We aren't supposed to tell the freshmen like we're not being mean to them when we should be or whatever. No, like I'm scared for it. I'm scared of that. But like I just want to say why freshmen are annoying or stereotype is annoying and can be annoying. Middle school is to blame, and they also just like are new to high school. Besides the whole middle school thing, they're just new to high school and like they're still trying to figure things out. And it doesn't help when all the stereotypes for freshmen were wild and everyone hates freshmen. That makes people break down, right? So don't hate on the freshmen, hate on middle school. Yeah, okay. Thanks for watching, I guess. For the whole 4 or 5 people that are watching. Well, at least like you're staying. Like the average view duration for the last video is like 13 minutes. Wait, is nothing like 40 minutes? Oh god. Maybe only 1 or 2 people are actually watching these videos. I guess that's fine. I can just put in like 20 hours of work for one person to watch and forget. What am I doing? Okay. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a good day. Whatever is night. It was the outro. ... Yeah. Yay. Oh, am I gonna put it there? Oh wait. Yeah. Go watch these. Subscribe. Yeah. Videos in the way. Oh my god. Bye. Okay. Yeah. That should be.